I think we're just going to jump right into it. And I have a few different topics I want to cover today. So, first, I reported on this story yesterday about the Attorney General writing that opinion saying that you all did not properly hand over the security funds. How do you respond to that?
Hey, look, we've been working for months on this issue. We have senators and some House members that disagreed on if the funds roll over and how to get them out to school. We were working towards solutions, and it was clear that we couldn't get clarity on that. So we went to the Attorney General and said, look, can you give us some legal clarity here? So look, we're happy that clarity is there. The money hit the school's accounts this morning. We were very glad to get that type of clarity moving forward. So look, we're happy that solution came about, and we've been working on it for months, and we're happy to get the money to the schools.
So I know that it took about a year for you all to send the request for an opinion. What was that delay?
Yeah, well, to be honest with you, it looked like we had a consensus. It looked like we had an understanding of how the funds were to roll over, but we didn't. We could not get everyone to agree to it. And again, that's okay. And that's where we went to the Attorney General to say, listen, we thought we were close. We thought we had some clear understanding here of what the legislature would have us do moving forward. And we didn't have that. So that's when we said, okay, Attorney General, school's about to start. We've really got to get an answer here. And so we're going to go to you and see what is the legal path forward. So again, we'd been working for months to try to figure that out. It seemed like we were there, but it just didn't work out. And again, we were happy to continue to work with the House and the Senate. We wanted to make sure that everybody was lined up on this. And so now we're happy to move forward.
So I know that there were $128,000. Can you tell me kind of what happened, how some of those funds got held back while others were dispersed?
Yeah, so basically what we had done in the past is districts would claim to us when they spent the money, and then they would get reimbursed for it. And we had a lot of districts that did not claim their funds, and that was where, we were communicating with districts, and that's where the confusion came in. Well, do they roll over? Can we do them? Can we use them next year or not? And that's why we asked for the legal clarity. The funds are still there. It was just a matter of legally, can we give them the funds if they don't spend it in that fiscal year? That's what we couldn't get a consensus on. That's what we then asked the Attorney General for. So the funds were there. The question always was, can districts wait and claim the money in the future? And now we've got an answer from the Attorney General, so it gives me legal standing to move forward and allow them to do that.
And you said that those funds were passed out, handed out today?
Yes, the first round for this year, that 91 something $1,000 entered their accounts this morning.
Fantastic. So I know that this is not the first time there has been some funding questions for OSDE. I recently reported on the inhalers, that funding not going through to that foundation. Can you explain to me why it is that lawmakers and Governor Stitt approve this funding, but for some reason it seems to be getting stuck in your department?
Yeah, no, thanks for the question. So here's the deal. So schools are getting inhalers and are getting reimbursed for them. The question is, how does the foundation get paid? And that's what we've asked the Attorney General. Right now, we're reimbursing, right? Well, we have some legislators that say we don't want it to be reimbursed. We want them to get the money up front. I don't have a legal pathway to do that. So I'm asking the Attorney General, look, if you give me the legal authority and legal clarity to go ahead and just give them the money up front, I can, but I have to follow statute. Statute doesn't say I can do that. I've got multiple legal opinions that say I cannot do that. So what I've been doing is reimbursing districts as they buy inhalers. But again, if the Attorney General is willing to give us an official opinion and say that we can do that, we're happy to. So really what we've got here is an issue on how is the vendor paid. It's not, can school districts buy inhalers? Can they get reimbursed? That's happening. The question is, how does that individual vendor get paid? And look, I'm going to be above board. I'm going to make sure that, look, when vendors get paid a certain amount for a contract, was this the intended purpose of the legislature and statute? Is it what the statute says? Do I have the authority to do that? And so that's why we're asking for legal clarity, because right now the answer has been, I don't. And so we've got to go to the Attorney General and say, listen, is this a solution that I can actually legally do? And I want to make sure that we're above board in every way when you're talking about taxpayer dollars.
So I want to kind of ask a similar question that I've already asked. But when these get passed and it goes through the whole system, Governor Stitt signs it, why is it that it takes a while for these opinions to come out, to go to, you request an opinion, because I know the school year just started and they were looking to have inhalers in every single school this year at the beginning of school. Why is it that it took so much time?
Yeah, sure. And just to be clear, inhalers are getting to the schools through reimbursement. The question is, how does the money get to the vendor to help support that? And again, there was a time where it looked like we had a consensus. We had a solution that everyone had agreed to at some point. Then we had some folks that said, well, now we don't want it that way. So again, that's where the Attorney General came in. We thought everyone agreed to a reimbursement mechanism. And there was a time where it seemed like everyone did. And then we had someone come back and say, no, actually, I want you to give them the money up front. And so I said, okay, well, if that's what the legislature would like, now I'm going to have to go to the Attorney General. And again, we'll keep reimbursing as we go to make sure that the inhalers are getting out. But if that's the solution that the legislature wants, I'm going to have to get that in a legal opinion from the Attorney General.
And so I'm going to go to your press conference from last week. Last week, you made a comment that Speaker McCall viewed you as his biggest competitor for the governor's race. But when you were asked if you were running for governor, you said absolutely not. Why does Speaker McCall think you're running for governor?
Yeah, good question. So, I mean, look, the speaker is the one focused on 2026, the governor's race there. They've done all kind of polling on that. So they've seen things out there and they see where things lay. But here's the reality. I am focused on the kids of Oklahoma and having the best school year possible. That's my focus. And that's where I'm tired of the political games. I'm tired of Mark McBride using the speaker to do these impeachment investigations, impeachment hearings. Here's the reality. Like I said, if you got questions, let's lay them out there. I'm answering questions from the media. I'm answering questions from individual lawmakers. I'm very open about what we're doing. I'm very open about why we're making decisions. If you got questions, send them over. And if you think you have evidence for something like impeachment, give that evidence to the Senate and let's move. But I'm not going to allow him to make political attacks from his office for a future governor's race instead of actually representing the people of Oklahoma in his role. So look, if he wants to stop his role and go run for governor, that's fine. But here's the reality. My focus is the kids of Oklahoma and our schools being the best possible. And that's going to continue to be my focus.
And your suggestion to begin the impeachment proceedings immediately, how did you think that was going to play out? And was there supposed to be an investigation that happened first?
Yeah, no, good question, Braden. So let me walk you through that, my thought process here. If you're going to make accusations that I'm doing these crazy things with federal dollars, I'm breaking the law, all the nonsense that Mark McBride goes out there and says, which, by the way, remember, Mark McBride went on TV and said this was about the 2026 governor's race. He said that. Mark McBride went out and said this is a political attack. I mean, those are his own words on a news station last week. So he has already said that's what this is about, right? So then you take a look and you say, well, what is going on here, right? Well, what are we doing? Here's the reality. We've got to make sure that everything that we're doing is for the best of our kids, that we're moving forward towards solutions to these problems. And that's what I'm continuing to be dedicated to do. I'm not going to allow a fake controversy, a fake attack. And again, if those are true, if you think that those accusations are true, then we need to get an answer to it, don't we? I mean, if you're saying I'm stealing federal dollars, well, I mean, the school has started. So let's figure that out. Let's have a hearing. Let's lay it all out there. Give your evidence over to the Senate. Why would you wait months for an investigation if you actually believe those accusations? Well, I'll tell you why. They don't. They know they're lies. They're trying to get political attacks in from his office before he has to step away and then announce his run for governor. He's using his office to take political attacks at me, and it's nonsense. I'm focused on the school year. I'm focused on our kids, and that's going to remain my focus.
So I know a few of the largest districts started classes today. Did you go to any of the schools today and kind of show your support and welcome them back to school?
No, I didn't today. I am very excited about school starting. I've been on the phone with a lot of folks on a lot of the upcoming activities. Again, I have 3 in our public school over here in the Edmond area. So we were very excited. We had a lot of fun back to school activities going on. So look, it's an exciting time of the year. And that's where, again, I called the speaker out because it's like, guys, we have launched some incredible incredible initiatives for this school year. We're talking about literacy. We're talking about back to school. We got teacher empowerment that's now available for more teachers ever. We've got the tutoring programs that now we're kicking into a full school year that we launched last year. We're seeing this incredible energy around education. We're seeing incredible reforms take place, and yet they want to engage in these political attacks. The reality is, parents, I'm preparing for your kids to have the best school year in Oklahoma history. We are preparing to make sure that the reforms are in place so your kids are learning more than ever before. And I'm very excited about that. And I'm very excited about where we're headed as a state in education.
So how do you address the concerns from parents? I know there have been a number of lawsuits filed against OSDE, against you. How do you address those concerns and the taxpayers who are paying for that defense and who maybe think you are not focused on the kids?
Yeah, unfortunately, this is a tactic of the left. You've seen this with President Trump. They can't beat you at the ballot. They can't beat you your policies from being enacted. So they try to sue you all the time and lock you up in court. So yes, I'm sued a lot. I'm sued by a leftist every week to try to stop my agenda. But here's the reality. I'm always going to go out and defend the parents of Oklahoma. I'm always going to fight for the kids of Oklahoma. I'm not going to be intimidated by a lawsuit. I'm not going to be intimidated by the far left. I'm not going to be intimidated by the teachers union. I'm going to continue to fight for every Oklahoma child, every Oklahoma family. And again, this is a tactic that they use, and I'm not going to back down because the left wants to throw a bunch of lawsuits at me. So we're going to continue to fight for your kids. We're going to continue to fight for your education, for your family. And that's what we're dedicated to. And again, I am incredibly excited about the direction of the state.
So I spoke to one Bixby parent who is tired of the fighting, is tired of the constant back and forth between you and Superintendent Rob Miller. They feel that your repeated attacks on the superintendent is pulling focus away from the kids. How do you feel about that?
I haven't talked about Rob Miller for months. I only responded after the media had asked me for weeks about him. So look, my dedication is for the kids of Oklahoma and improving education. I get that he's obsessed with me. I get that he's just constantly talking about me. I don't know, why he's that way. I know that he's very left wing. I know that he's always pushing left wing policies, fighting parents, fighting any kind of reform here. But look, I'm focused on improving education. We're seeing record reforms. We're seeing record improvement. And that's my focus. So again, I understand he's obsessed there, but my focus is improving our education system, making sure these reforms are initiated in a proper way to make sure that every parent's going to see that success. And again, I think we're going to have a record school year this year. I think parents should be excited about what we've been able to institute with districts across the state. And again, I think that we are moving our education system dramatically in the right direction.
So I want to go to a kind of this teacher empowerment that you mentioned earlier. I don't know if you saw what came out of Skiatook and the assignment that garnered a lot of social media attention about the research questions that were asking students to say, is God real? Answer questions like, is God real? What is your response to that? And is this kind of a first look at what we could see in the future for assignments in Oklahoma?
So I'll be honest with you, Braden, I haven't seen it. I'm hearing what you're saying about it. And look, here's the reality. What we've seen in the classroom is the radical left attack any mention of God, any mention of the Bible. And look, God and the Bible are part of American history. That you should never push those things on kids. You shouldn't proselytize or evangelize to kids. But how do you explain why the Pilgrims came to America if you don't mention their Christian religion? How do you explain why Martin Luther King defied federal laws and thought it was okay morally if you don't explain his letter from a Birmingham jail where he references the Apostle Paul being arrested for standing by God's law and violating other law? Now, again, that's Martin Luther King Jr.'s position. We're not pushing that's what you have to believe as a young person, but you have to teach our history. And what we've seen from the left is they attack any mention of God in a schoolroom. And here's the reality. It's part of our history. It should always be done in a professional academic setting. Our guidelines lay that out. We're not going to push a religion on kids, but we are going to teach our history and make sure that kids understand the times that, people throughout our history reference God, reference the Bible, reference that impact. So we're going to make sure that our kids have that well-rounded education. They understand American history. They understand the role the Bible played in its historical setting.
Well, I would love to give you a copy of this assignment after we speak, and we
shoot it over to me.
Yeah, just get your reaction. I know some of the questions were about Christianity, and then some parents thought that it was too straight to the point and not research paper worthy. So I want to know if there are any safeguards for this type of religious concession, and how are you all moving forward with that while making sure that it just doesn't cause more of a stir and kind of loses track of where it's supposed to go?
Yeah, no. That's why we gave those additional guidelines. There will be more guidances coming out as well to districts. And that's where, we try to be crystal clear. We made an announcement, but at the same time, we said, we're going to give you future guidelines to follow. Because again, we want to make sure that it's done in the Bible's taught in its historical context. We want to make sure that teachers can understand the role that it played in American history in accordance with our state standards. And so look, that's why we give those type of guidances out. We will be providing trainings in the future. We'll be providing some curriculum in the future that teachers can choose to use. But even if they choose not to use that curriculum, it gives them a great example of, look, this is how you can teach it. These are ways that you can do this that are clearly academic. And look, you got to remember, I was a public school teacher. I was a public school history teacher. We talked about the Bible in class. We talked about politics in class in accordance with the standards. And again, there's a way to do this and to do it from an academic setting where you're not pushing. I don't know if you remember this, but during the campaign, I had former students speak out and go, well, we didn't know he was conservative. And I said, well, that's the point. I had to teach a government class. I taught a history class. And my goal was to make sure when I walked in a classroom, it's purely academic. Kids get a great understanding. They get to go in depth. They get to really understand things, but I'm not pushing it on them. I'm not pushing a perspective or a point of view. I'm letting them come to their own conclusion. And that's the way we've got to teach these things, whether it's religion or politics. It's academic, it's professional. So kids understand the material and they don't feel like something's being pushed on them.
So if you see an assignment like this that goes across the line, would you be willing to address that with the teacher, with the school district, and say, hey, this was not appropriate to give to students. It did not follow these specific guidelines?
Yeah, I mean, just to be clear, Braden, I haven't seen it. I'd like to see it in the context and everything else. But look, if we think somebody's crossed the line and has put and indoctrinated kids or pushed a perspective onto kids, absolutely. We're happy to address those things because again, that's what we have to do in a classroom. That's what parents have been tired of. They were tired of the left pushing indoctrination on them. And so look, what we've said is, listen, this frankly shouldn't be a left or right issue. It should be, here's our academics. Here's what we're teaching. Here's what we're learning. And again, you come to your own conclusion. Kids, you can decide what you want to believe, what you want to believe about politics and religion. That's your call. Our job is to give you a good context historically and in literature as well. You want to have good literary value in the classroom. And again, your decision, it's up to you where you fall, what your opinion is, but we're going to provide you an academic context to make that decision.
So I know that you gave an address at the State Policy Network's annual meeting yesterday in Phoenix. Is that correct?
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Are you still in Arizona?
Yes. Oh, yeah. I'm still the conference.
So how do you respond? I know I saw some social media buzz about this, saying that you're out of state during the beginning of school, especially for most school districts. How do you respond to that? Parents who are concerned that you're out of state?
Yeah, look, here's the reality. We are blazing a trail in education reform. And I'm asked all the time, how do you help us get this started? So yeah, we had folks reach out to us and say, we want you to tell Oklahoma's story. How did you enact these reforms? And so we're at the biggest policy network convention in the country, telling Oklahoma's story about how we've been able to recruit teachers, how we've brought school choice to the state, how we've raised academic standards and academic excellence in the state of Oklahoma. And it's an incredible story. And so we're continued to be asked, how do we implement this in our states? What is Oklahoma doing? And frankly, I always give the pitch of, if you're a good teacher, move to Oklahoma. We want you here. And so it's incredible the attention that we're getting because of the reforms we've put in place. I'm very proud of the progress we've made in the state of Oklahoma. I'm going to continue telling that story. I'm very proud of Oklahoma. I'm very proud of our progress. And I want to make sure that everybody understands we're going to continue to move to lead the country in education by introducing these education reforms. And again, it's a very exciting time in the state of Oklahoma.
How are you going to continue to try and get Oklahoma out of the 48th position? I know that's used a lot. and
Yep.
move us forward?
Great question. And this is where you see, and you've seen my focus, we wanted to get indoctrination and left-wing activism out of the classroom, move towards back to the basics, where you've got to focus on math, reading, science, and history. And then what do you do with those core subjects? Well, you bring in free market approaches like merit pay, like tutoring, that again, we pay tutors based on students' performance. You start driving everything to how do we improve student outcomes? We walked in and said school supports. If you're in the bottom 5% of schools, we are going to really, really ensure that not only are we giving you a little extra support, we're helping change the culture and dynamics of that school district. That's how we got 117 schools off of that F list. And so there's certain things that, again, we are seeing that we're going to grow even further. Again, we want more teachers in the teacher empowerment program. We want more tutoring programs across the state. So we're very excited about a new initiative we'll be launching in the next few weeks too around reading and literacy. These are the things we have to do things different. We have to bring in these types of innovations and these types of reforms. We're seeing initial progress, and we're going to continue to accelerate down that path. That's how we move out of the bottom. But let me tell you, you don't move out of the bottom by doing the same thing again and again and again. That's why we're getting the teachers union control out, parents controls in, and we're going to move forward with our reforms because the kids deserve it, the state deserves it, and you're going to continue to see us moving in the right direction.
Is there anything else you want parents to know about education, Oklahoma's education?
Yeah, no, I appreciate that question. Look, parents, I want you to know we are working tirelessly to make sure that you have the best school year possible for your child. And we're going to continue to bring reforms to the state of Oklahoma to take us out of the bottom and make us a leader in education, because we want every single child to have the best school year possible this year. We want every single child to reach their potential academically. And we know that that means that they'll have a better quality of life. That means that their communities will be stronger. Our state will be stronger. So parents, I'm going to continue to be a tireless advocate of you and your policies, and I'm going to continue to defend your kids.